duty of between the two faster bowlers. Hardik Pandya, Vijay Shankar again has not been utilized today at all.
You got Kumar. He's got two left. He's the trump card for the skipper with his experience. Interesting call out. Hardik Pandya's not thrilled about it. Ross Taylor did shuffle across.
Yeah, I think this one's okay in the end, isn't it? It's wide. Didn't move too much. He kind of started there, Taylor. He's looking for that long on mid-wicket position, isn't he? Just needs the length.
Wide delivery also tailed back in the air. Of course, this ball has taken quite a beating already. Is there some amount of reverse swing available?
Yeah, I mean, it's hit the concrete a couple of times, isn't it? Hit the stairs at least twice that I can remember. It can take a chunk out of the ball. The umpires do keep an eye on that sort of thing, but it can just be a bit of outside assistance that's required. Slower ball just gone wrong.
Well, it's getting in tight to the Grandholm, because if you get in tight, probably go. They're trying to get width. It's too much, and I think that's a fair enough call as well. So Hardik Pandya has bowled two wides in his first four deliveries. They're bonus deliveries. Push for two. Ross Taylor's going to come back. He comes back. He's safe. And the Grandholm is 50. Outstanding.
Yeah, first 50 in T20 internationals for Colin de Grandhomme. What better time as well. His team in serious trouble when he came to the crease. 50 for 4. And he's played a fantastic innings.
Out. Straight to extra cover. He dropped the bat as he played the shot. Well, that's a big moment for India. Bit of a turning point that, because the Grandholm was in, he was set, he was 50, and anything could have happened from there, but not from him anymore.
A little too close to get the elevation, found Rohit Sharma in between. Colin de Grandhomme, 50 of just 28 balls, 127 for 5, with 3.5 overs to go.
Kuggeleijn, Southey, Sodhi and Ferguson to follow. Well, we've seen Scott Kuggeleijn do wonderful things here. In the last game, he was brilliant with the bat.
You might be sitting at home looking at Ross Taylor 25 off 23 and think, well, it's a bit slow, but it's far from that. It was all about the partnership. New Zealand in serious trouble. The partnership of 77 between he and Colin de Grandhomme has rescued this New Zealand innings and actually made sure that New Zealand can get to a point where they can be very aggressive for the last 3 to 4 overs. So he's allowed his team that luxury because it looked, for all purposes, that New Zealand could be really struggling to reach 150, 160 at one stage. So they now have a chance with one good innings of a 15-20 off 8-9 balls, that they can get to 180.
In the end, not a bad sort of an over. They're protecting the boundaries well. 129 for 5.
सुनिए, कैसी लग रही हूँ मैं?
Kumar is bowling the 17th over. I'm expecting him to bowl this and the 20th. I have Hardik Pandya and Khalil to bowl 18th and the 19th.
So inside the circle, a short fine leg and a short third man and an extra cover in the mid-off, and that means that Ross Taylor might get the lap shot out again. He's played it quite well on one occasion. He might look for that. It was well directed, in close. They're going to go for 2. Here's Laura.
Thank you very much. I'm with Colin Munro, Black Caps opener. Tell me how you think the boys are trucking at the moment. Obviously not ideal to lose Colin just then.
Yeah, not a great start from us at the top, but Colin, I think, played wonderfully well there with Roscoe and put us back in the game, and hopefully we can get another 40 or 50 runs here and well.
Wasp is saying 170, 175. Do you think that would be enough?
Yeah, I think so. There's enough in the wicket there if we bowl well enough, nice and straight, hit top of the stick. So yeah, and it's a little bit holdy and a little bit skiddy and holdy at the same time, a little bit too pace, but still not a shocking wicket. But yeah, if we can get to that 175, I think that would be really good.
And what will it be like to bowl on for you guys, do you think?
Pardon, I didn't hear that. The crowd's getting a bit loud.
It is getting very loud down here. There's a bit of action out on the field, lights flashing. I wondered what it would be like for you when you're bowling on it. What will you expect those conditions?
I think it'll be pretty similar. I think the guys that have had a few balls out there will talk to the bowlers and see what worked well for the Indians. So I think on this surface sometimes you can look too much into it and with the short boundaries. But if we can just stick to our strengths like we did in Wellington, hopefully we can get a few early poles and put them on the back foot.
Well, thank you so much. Really appreciate your time.
Cheers. Thank you.
Yeah, good stuff. Poles, Simon. Poles, translate.
Poles means wickets. Processes. Go through the process, which means just do your job, basically. At Sky Sports, Smithy, we might start doing subtitles for interviews.
I'll tell you what, Dooley, I was at this test match, this grounded test match quite a few years ago when Monty Panesar was batting. What about the dive from Monty Panesar? Is this right up there? Ball's not even there, Ross. It's not even there yet, Ross.
I love the fact that he is desperate to keep his wicket, though. That shows me real commitment from Ross Taylor. He didn't know where it was. He wasn't even looking.
That's Monty for me. All over, Monty Taylor. That's Monty in terms of bowling. His length here has been outstanding.
With mid-off inside the circle, shot third man in place, a deep point. Got to be bowling a lot of these wide Yorkers, making sure that you're not getting hit down the ground.
That's execution at its finest. Yorker still the best ball at the back end of an innings.
Doing a fine job here, India. They are restricting New Zealand by stopping them hitting the rope.
He's under-edged this right into the inside of his knee here, I think, Mitchell Santner. Just look this, yeah, right on the inside of the knee. That is so painful.
Well, he's not injury prone, is he? Hasn't just had 6 months off, has he? Come on, run it off. Oh, gets that one tail of it again, straight to the fielder. Oh, they just can't find the rope. It's churning away, 136 for 5. A little bit of attention out in the middle to Mitch Santner. That has hit him flush off that inside edge. Not good.
The knee, I think, the operation was on the right knee of Mitchell Santner. I think it was.
I think it was the knee that he lands on when he bowls. I think you're right, Simon. Yuck. I mean, without operations, you know how much that hurts.
I've had a knee operation as well, and it still is tender, and the operation was 15 years ago.
You have?
I did, yes, just before making my debut.
Gap. Finally a gap, and finally the rope. 140 for 5.
Super time, and this has not missed the Yorker by much here, Hardik Pandya. It's low on the bat as well, but wonderful timing from Taylor.
And he's employed a slightly different tactic as compared to Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Third man mid-off inside the circle, but there is a deep point, and everybody on the leg side just manning the fence.
Well, it's no surprise that India should be good at bowling in terms of at the death and bowling the right length. I mean, this is what the IPL breeds Indian bowlers to do. Day after day under pressure, big crowds, bowl these late overs.
Hardik isn't your ideal go-to death bowler, though. He did bowl a lot of these overs, 20th and 19th for Mumbai Indians in the last IPL. Has been a little expensive as well.
Yeah, an ideal Indian 11, it's Jasprit Bumrah, isn't it, who's bowling along with Bhuvneshwar Kumar, and I think Bhuvneshwar Kumar is a good exponent. Well, I think Jasprit Bumrah is better almost. Slower balls, the Yorkers. It's a good combination when together. At the moment, they've got to find that mark from Pandya and from Khalil one more time as well.
Do you bowl Khalil the 19th or the 20th?
Just think, because Bhuvneshwar Kumar bowled such a good over from our commentary box end, I'd probably leave him at this end and say bowl the 19th and do the same job you did, rather than change you around and make you feel maybe just a little bit less comfortable, and then hope that Khalil can go for a 10 or less.
Well, bowling first, I feel 20th is a more critical over, while defending 19th is that over. I'd like to actually hold him back, let Khalil bowl the 19th and take the pressure for the 20th. He is the senior most. He is the best death bowler in this side.
It's a dangerous thing to bowl with your fine leg and your third man up, but they've done it well. Only once with that field set have they been worked fine. Means you can't afford to bowl at the pads at all. Can't afford to give too much width because they can run you down past the keeper. It's been very accurate stuff. Shikadawan gets in the way of that one from Taylor. 2 overs to go. It's 145 for 5.
मम्मी प्रेग्नेंट है मेरी।
कैसे हुआ?
.175. That's 30 off 2. But they're not going to get the opportunity at this rate.
Yeah, you'll have to take that captain's armband off too, Akash.
Never had any. But now that Kumar is bowling this over, the ideal scenario for Khalil would be that he dismisses Red Taylor in this over itself. And then it eases the burden.
100%. That's exactly what he would be hoping that could happen.
And it's brilliant. It's absolutely, Bill, you must be admiring this. You've seen so much of this form of the game.
Yeah, and you see it time and time again from Bhuvaneshwar Kumar as well. He is such a wonderful exponent of the Yorker. He's missed by 2 or 3 inches there, but just cannot get it away. Yellow deliveries, very full, the odd one wide. He was into the surface early on in the piece, finding a good length.
Still, and Darwin will cop this, cut it down to 2. No boundaries, just dried up.
Quite an interesting pitch map though, where you talk about good length. That is often treated as bad length in T20 cricket, not a single ball there. So either it's really full or fairly short.
Yeah, utilise the big boundary square of the ground early in the piece with a little bit of movement. Maybe the odd one, as Colin Munro said, holds up a little bit and then go very full at the back end.
That's what he's looking for, Taylor, but it was just a little bit wide. See, it's that fine leg up. He's been hoping for this opportunity. Play it, you have to preempt it, and you've got to make sure that everything's in the right place to pull it off with success. Again.
And it's down to great bowling. So Ross Taylor's had to try and change his game. He stood there and looked for length. The 4, 5, 6 deliveries in the last couple of overs hasn't got length because of the brilliant bowling, so he's tried to change his game.
That will be a wide. Option, Simon, option for me was I'd take this out of the hat, going way, way, way back to one of the great one-day players I ever wicket-kept behind was Dean Jones. And when it came to that situation, Dean Jones would just he'd go straight at the bowler. And that, by going straight at the bowler, you haven't changed your line, but it gives you the option to get him earlier. And he's at this pace, I think you can come at him, Kumar. Or he can keep bowling those. All of a sudden, the radar's gone.
And that may have something to do with the lap shot that he tried. Even though he missed it, but that has forced Bhuvaneshwar Kumar to now bowl it further wide. 150 up, 8 balls to go.
And now the option for me, for Ross Taylor, would be to stand still, open up that blade a little bit, and just swing hard. So the man from third man has come up. Mid-off and mid-on are both back now.
It's a full length. It just demonstrates a full length. Can hit it down there.
Execution of high-quality skills under tremendous pressure.
And the look on the face there is saying, well, I won't say you're too good for me, but you're beating me at the moment.
And it's almost, geez, I hope our bowlers bowl this well.
That was an interesting way of actually making Bhuvneshwar Kumar change his line as well. Push them long off back.
A run back. Taylor's going to struggle here. Direct hit. Long gone. Long gone. Brilliant piece of fielding. Outstanding from the deep. And Taylor won't be partaking in the last 6 deliveries.
Vijay Shankar hasn't been asked to bowl a ball in the 2 T20 so far. He races around to his left, picks it up cleanly, fires it in. Direct hit. He knew it. He knew it as he let it go, Vijay Shankar. We didn't even need to show you because he knew it was so accurate. Taylor goes for 42, 153 for 6.
.53 for 6. Scotty Kugelheim batting outside off stump by a mile. Crunch! Dropped. Put it down, Hardik Pandya. It was tramping.
He was sitting deep inside the crease. A length ball converted into a short one. Flat batted shot. And Hardik generally 9 out of 10 times catches these ones. Spells it. Heel of his hands.
Don't want to be bowling that length too much at the death. Mitchell Santner will be looking for the same thing, picking it up into that leg side.
Again, lengthy undoing India. Outstanding. Can't get the bat under the ball. You can get alongside it, and sometimes that'll happen if it's not your night.
Khalil was decent with the new ball. Has picked up a wicket with the old one. Mitchell Santner is missed for 7, 154 for 7, New Zealand.
Tim Southey comes to the crease. Just 4 deliveries remaining.
Yeah, they've only scored 27 runs since Colin de Grandhomme got out. A push for 2 again. Hugelain has the strike now.
You can go back to that Ross Taylor dismissal. He was trying to steal the second to retain strike somehow, but ended up losing his wicket, and it worked brilliantly. If he was still there, it would be a difference of about 8 to 10 runs. A set batsman, Khalil, last over.
Yeah, how often do we say it? You're right, Akash. How often do we say it? Batsmen that are in, stay there. However, he was coming back for the second to get the strike back and just didn't get there quickly enough. What an atmosphere. Absolutely brilliant Eden Park. Takes me back. There'll be no Grant Elliott tonight, but it's the same thing.
Yeah, it was rocking, wasn't it? 2 games I remember from that World Cup in 2015, the Australia and the South Africa game. Yeah, fantastic from Khalil again. Right on the money. And this crowd have enjoyed it. Not sure it's 50-50, Akash, but it's possibly 70-30 in favour of New Zealand. There's an outstanding Indian support here tonight.
A little while ago, our cameramen were struggling to spot New Zealand supporters. Out of 42,000, 37,000 Indians.
There's always a couple of Kane Williamson fans as well, wherever you go. Here we go. How wide on the crease was he there? Oh, from really wide.
Oh, there's a lone one in amongst some perhaps Indian fans really wide of the crease, Khalil. Southie did a good job.
It was a huge vote of confidence for Khalil to be included in the playing 11 for this one. There were question marks. Siddharth called Siraj waiting in the wings. India's gone with Khalil, and to be fair, he's bowled well today. Really well.
Last ball. Beaver pitch atmosphere. Khalil Ahmed. Sums it up. India, what a thrilling comeback in the field. They have answered the question when the Grandholm and Taylor looked like they had them for all money. That was not the case. Outstanding, Simon.
Brilliant performance. Partnership of 77 threatened to take the game back slightly in New Zealand's favour, perhaps, but I still think it's a 190 to 200 surface. And India have brought it back beautifully. They started well up front, picked up wickets, and they've finished the innings off brilliantly with the ball. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, Hardik Pandya and Khalil Ahmed in the last 4 overs have done an outstanding job in front of a packed house here at Eden Park. 158 for New Zealand. That means India require 159 at just a tick under 8 and over to level the series.
Centuries ago, a legend was born. One that would unite the faithful. One that would be